Speaker, speaker. So yeah, one of the things that we tend to do as authors is it's very easy to compare ourselves to other authors. Um, but there's an inherent unfairness in comparing yourself or your writing style to that of another author. And um, basically, it comes down to point number one: you are unique. You are the only you that there is. It's something I remind myself of all the time. There's always going to be someone better than I am. And I guess technically, if you did a side by side comparison, I might be better than someone else. But it's pointless to do that. What does it accomplish? I mean, writing is not a sport, for crying out loud. You know, writing is for enjoyment. Making books or short stories or novellas or whatever you write, it's for enjoyment. And so I try to always keep that in mind. One, I know for a fact that my style is not really like anybody else's. I have a lot of different influences, but I don't try and write like a certain author. And so that helps me. I'm not trying to compete. I'm just trying to write a good story. The second point is that there's plenty of territory and styles to go around, thus eliminating the need to compete. You know, maybe some of what causes that sense of competition is when awards for authors come around. Every author secretly wants to win awards for their work. It's kind of a validation for what we do. But I have seen, and I'm sure others have seen, authors who really strongly compare their work to other authors, and it can even become demotivating because maybe on some level they're thinking, my work isn't as good as so and so's. Well, you're not so and so, and you're not supposed to be so and so, just make your work the best that you can for you, but don't put it in comparison to something that's already been published, because that's unfair to yourself. You know, uh, that author may have been writing for decades, and if you've only started in the last year or even 5 years, it's not going to be the same as somebody who's been in the craft for 20, 30, 40 years. And especially if it's someone, that's an author from 100 or hundreds of years ago, because how do you compete with someone who's dead? Anyway, point being, you don't need to compete at all. It's just remember that what makes writing fun is that writing is fun. Just do it for itself. You don't have to do it for the competitive aspects of it, because there really aren't any. You know, I don't want to oversell the point, but it's true. You don't have to compete. All you have to do is strive to improve as an author. So that brings to point three: forge your own path, chart your own territory, be unique. It's really that simple. You know, take whatever idea that you have for that story and just build it. Take it to its logical conclusion, or take it to its fun conclusion, take it to its crazy conclusion, but make it your own. That's what makes it so great to be an author, is that you are you. You're the only you that there is. So make the most of it, make the best of it, have fun with it. You know, it's like technically being an author can be a job, but it doesn't have to be a job. You know, you can have fun with it, you can enjoy your job. And, that's what it's all about, is to, if you love what you're doing, it's going to be great. Really, it is. Even if it needs edits, even if it needs tweaks or whatever, every work does. But if it starts off from a place that you enjoy and that you enjoyed putting together, then the end product is going to be great. So kind of comes back to that point of believe in yourself, push forward, challenge yourself as an author, and don't worry about comparing yourself to anybody else. And we'll see you next time.